Do I test the microphone? Testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Good evening. It feels so good to be amongst you tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I know it means a lot for Robert College, but it means a lot for me too. It really does. I'm overwhelmed by your love. I have to admit that when asked to be the guest speaker, I went through many emotions. First, I felt honored to be considered for such a special evening. Then I was terrified because I had never ever spoken in front of a large group of people before. Finally, I felt thrilled that I would be amongst all of you familiar faces and share and breathe in that very special bond that brings us together. The bond of supporting and doing good for Robert College. That special bond made me think long and hard of what to share with you. Many of you had heard of my accident and what I had been through this past year. You wrote, you visited, and you called. You made me feel very much loved. This helped tremendously in shaping my attitude and choices during what has been a very difficult year. Choices, attitude, difficult year. I'm pretty sure those words have been key words for every one of us in this room. Each year can be difficult for all sorts of reasons. The pandemic and the economy alone have been major players the past couple of years. And so I'm not going to dwell too long on that. It is what it is. However, I will dwell upon our choices and our attitudes towards what happens to us and what happens around us. I chose to come work at RC 35 years ago, even though the Orta school head at the time didn't want to hire me because he thought I was overqualified for the position of office secretary. My attitude was one of modesty. My belief is that no one is too good for anything. You put in your best and elevate whatever position you're in. I later chose to transfer to what was then called the Alumni and Development Office. Because the Orta head was right, the position had become too simple for me. He had known. After all, they don't make you a school head for no reason at all. My attitude was one of enthusiasm. After Orta school students, I was going to meet a whole new group of people, alumni. I was fortunate to spend 29 of my best years at the Alumni Office, now known as the Institutional Advancement Office. I had the best colleagues and an amazing mentor, Leila Aktay, from whom I learned so much. There, I met most of you, all of you who have chosen to support your alma mater, who have chosen to donate time and resources generously so that this school, which is so much more than a school, can thrive and continue to be what we are so proud to be a part of. Your attitude towards your alma mater has been one of unwavering loyalty, tireless engagement with your classmates, responsive and enthusiastic efforts to engage them too. RC has been and will continue to be an institution of learning that has helped teach many of us, not just students, but also faculty and staff members how to make good choices and have the most constructive and positive attitudes towards whatever life throws at us. Life throws us curveballs. Each and every one of us in this room has had their share of them and will continue to have them. Our choices and attitudes will determine how we dodge those curveballs. As you know, I too recently dodged a major curveball. From the onset, lying in a hospital bed, unable to move much, gave me a lot of time to reflect. And reflect I did. I thought, then I cried, then I thought some more. My thinking led me to choices I would need to make and attitudes I would need to develop to make not only myself live a better life, but also my husband, my family, friends live a better life too. After all, we are all connected with very strong bonds of community, and if one of us thrives, so do the rest of us, which is why I believe that if RC thrives, so do our students, so do we. Each and every one of us is helping shape the future of not only our own lives, but those of us around us too. We are doing this through our choices and our attitudes. Quite a few people asked me if I felt angry, bitter, or terribly sad about what had happened to me. I can honestly say that I did feel sad, but never angry and never bitter. Those were not my choices and never my attitude. You have already chosen to fully support RC and its students, for which RC is very grateful. For this reason, my party words are for you as individuals. Health, work, or family-related concerns, come what may. Choose to believe things will get better. Choose to let go, or cling on when necessary. Choose to be understanding. Choose to be patient and kind. Choose to be generous. Choose to be grateful. Choose to be happy. And finally, what really resonates very deeply with me, for all you bachelors out there, choose the right life partner, because for me, that has made all the difference. Thank you.
That's RC attention to detail. The flowers are colour coordinated with it. Çiğdem, you ended by just taking a moment to mention Cameron. And Cameron, it's wonderful having you with us here tonight. The flowers are a tiny gesture of thanks for what you've given us tonight, which is inspiration.
Thank you for having me. It really was such an honor to be asked. And when Mayfish asked me on a Friday evening, I said, please give me some time to think and I'll let you know on Monday. And on Saturday morning, I already had all my points written out.
I'm reminded of the Chinese word for crisis, which is Wei Ji, 2 characters. And the first of those characters means catastrophe. The second of those means opportunity. And there's a great lesson in that language for us, isn't there? In terms of how any moment of difficulty is a moment that we can learn from, grow from, renew our sense of service to others, and renew our ability to be an inspiration to others. And hearing you tonight, that was really deeply inspiring for me. Thank you so much for everything. We'll now take a short break, and the ceremony will continue after we